Hey friends, Tuxx here. For this particular video, we have the Sword Art Online Hollow Realization Collector's Edition. Yes, this is of course the newest edition in the Sword Art Online family of games, which is out in, I want to say this is PS4, and I don't think there's a Vita version this time. I'm going to have to look a little further into that. This one kind of almost stuck into my radar because I just more recently got the Lost Song game, which I'm enjoying a lot, but it is a little bit difficult at the beginning, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to dive right into this new one and continue to play that Vita one simultaneously. Now this is something which is a pretty limited edition. Check it out. Like, they don't always have a number up here. This is number 9480 of 10,000. So this is almost the end of the run for getting the collector's edition. But you may be able to find this on Amazon or from some resellers. And what I really liked about this collector edition, besides you guys know I love the collector editions, Sword Art Online is such a great anime, and this comes with figures. Yes, so that looks really cool. Let's take a look here at the box. It says a new death in the game is about to start. Oh no. Okay, so this package includes 6-inch figures of the two main stars of the show, which is great, a steelbook, a special soundtrack, and a special contents disc, an art book, decals, and mini posters. So you can see there's some really cool stuff in here. I've seen the trailer for this game, and it does look really good actually, and they've done a great job in Sword Art Online of actually continuing to add people, like different people from the series, as they add, you know, series 2, series 3, you know, they add different things in from the different elements of Sword Art Online. So that is fantastic. Of course, the movie is the newest thing coming out, and that I want to say is coming out in Japan very soon, and I think there's a simultaneous world release, but because it's, I believe, Japanese and translated like a dub, I don't think a lot of American theaters will play it, unfortunately. But you know, I cannot wait to see it both, and I do usually watch the Japanese version first, and then when it comes out in dub, I do appreciate the American voice actors. I think they do a great job, so I usually will watch it a second time through with, you know, the actual dub. I know there's a big debate between dub or sub, you know, and I like them both, just FYI. Alright, let's go ahead, enough talking here, let's go ahead and open this up and see what this is like on the inside for reals. Let me see, I'll try and cut this gracefully. I'm going to try and keep this box really nice. This box, it did surprise me a little bit. This box is a little smaller than I thought maybe it would be. I wasn't sure how big the figures would be. It does say 6 inches here, so it's kind of like 6 inches is kind of like a large Star Wars figure, I guess, something along those lines, but a little smaller than a Figma, I believe. So we'll see what this is all about. I think it's more of a statue too than an actual like action figure, like a Figma that has a bunch of points of articulation. All right, so I carefully open the top here. We'll go ahead and pull this out. I'm loving the blue. Oh wow, look at that. When you open it up, it has a cool little extra box in the box. Very pretty. Let's go ahead and see if I can gracefully pull this out. Oh yeah, so here's the figures. We'll come back to this in just a second. We'll do this at the end. And you can see there's a whole bunch of other stuff in here. Let's see what we have in here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pull out the contents here. We'll set this down, and just for fun, I'm going to go ahead and close this up and kind of push this to the background just a little bit. Okay, so what we have first is this here is the game, the PS4 game. So if you're buying the game by itself, this is what you'd get, and that looks really cool. Let's see here. It looks like a pretty standard PS4 game. Basically more action and enhanced character customization, new battle system, virtual MMO, RPG experience. I wish they would actually do like a real VR version of this game. That would be really cool. And in fact, I know there's one company, I want to say maybe it was Panasonic in Japan, we're actually working on a VR version of Sword Art Online, and I don't know the details exactly how far that's along, but if you Google it, I'm sure you'll find some information. But it'd be great to see a real Sony VR, you know, a PS4 VR or something of this game. Alright, we'll put that right here for now. Hopefully that will stay in place gracefully. Now, let's see this. Wow, look at that. Cool. This is a good amount of weight too. I really love these steel boxes. I know some people complain they don't fit quite right or they're too tall. This is the right size. I'm really digging it. Check it out. It has a really cool glossy characters and glossy logo, and the background is more of a matte background. So really cool. We got my favorite characters. All of them are right there on the front. I think my favorite, if I had to pick one, I'm still missing the Silica from the Hot Topic figures. So that's like one I'm looking for. But I really love the whole cast. Have done a great job on the characters. The back is just plain clouds. We'll open this up now. And on the inside here, very cool. You can see we got the characters on the disc. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. And this is a special contents disc, as you can see. And there she is. And the contest this contains usually like wardrobe changes and stuff. In the game for Vita and for PS4, originally it was a Vita game, there's a lot of things you can get, a lot of costume changes and stuff you can get. And they're really included in the game if you like hunt far enough or fight far enough into the game. But to get a disc with some good like outfit changes from the start is actually a nice little bonus. So I appreciate this, very cool. Definitely digging that. Special contest on this one, and then soundtrack on that one. And there's some great music in Sword Art Online too. I really love the opening themes, so I'm definitely getting some use out of that soundtrack. All right, we'll put this right here, maybe, or well, let's see. Maybe, okay, it's not gonna want to stay. All right, we'll go ahead and just stick this back here. Okay, next up we have this little packet here. Let's see what this is about. Let me see if I can open this. I think this looks like stickers on the front. Don't want to cut anything I shouldn't cut. Oh yeah, check it out. Very cool glossy stickers of the main cast. Very cool. Looks like pretty good artwork as a whole. I think Silica's too tall though. Her legs are the same height as him. That doesn't seem right. But really cool stickers, digging it. And here is like a little... Oh, some art pictures. This is a new character, actually, who is a NPC that is a big part of this game, and her actual information is kind of a mystery to me anyway. Okay, another cool little artwork here. These are great. These are like mini locker pictures. Oh, I like that one. Check it out. Very cool. Nice and shiny. I don't know who this guy is. Guess he's a new character, at least new to me. And there's the NPC again, the premiere of the new character. Looking cool. She's like emotionless. That's why her face is kind of like emotionless, like an android or something. Maybe she is android. We don't know. Another cool one there. Nice little smile. And a couple new characters. Looking good. Smiling there. Not smiling there, but we do get a peace sign. So that's kind of cool. Here's the whole cast. Looking awesome. And here's the whole cast again. This kind of looks like this is from the Elfum Online, the Elf world. And here's another one, looking cool. And nice little picture looking into water, it looks like. Or something, I'm not sure. And another one there, very cool. And that is the end of it. So really cool. These are like, it's kind of like thick cardstock with really nice paper and really nice artwork. I'm going to try and keep these nice. I don't want these to get messed up. Really cool little extra for you. And really great if you have some place you can hang these in a locker or something. Show your interest in Japanese culture through Sword Art Online art. And then finally here we have a Nerve Gear Special Version Volume 4. This is kind of like a mock-up of like maybe the owner's manual or like a magazine from in-game, which is cool. Let's take a look, and this is basically an art book. So this has some of the same pictures that we showed you just a second ago. I'm not going to go through every page, but just to give you an idea, there's some really beautiful art here. And stories too, it actually talks about, it does talk about in English, which is very good, written in English. And talks about like little advertising, like close-up look of SAO beta test players, blah blah blah. So really cool. They're making it seem like this is something, if you're in the world of Sword Art Online, like a magazine, maybe you'd pick up like a user's guide or whatever. So I like the fact there's some advertising in it. So really fun and very cool. More things. Here's some tips. Talks about adventuring and lifestyle. Very cool. Like, this is great. Like, this is kind of one thing I really like about Sword Art Online is the fact that it's kind of like for people who play MMOs like me, it's my favorite type. Oh, I love the little chibi Silica. That is funny. For people who play MMOs like me, it's really great to have a show that talks about MMOs. And mind you, it's fantasy. Like in this, basically in this MMO, if you die in the game, you die in real world. And that's kind of the premise of the original plot. But it's really cool. Look, there's like fan art and stuff. How cute. Wow. This is like a great magazine. If there was actually a magazine like this, I would subscribe to it. Cast interviews. A lot of fun stuff. Talks about different worlds. These are like anime guides, spin-offs for comics. Just really cool. So digging it. Very nice little pack in. And then of course the game, which I'm not going to open this up. This is just, well, heck, I guess I'll have to open up just in case there's something in here. I don't think there is though. I think this is just the regular retail game like you'd find in GameStop or your favorite game store. We'll just pop it open here and see. Yeah, looks pretty standard. Has a little advertisement here. just talk about the phone game. And I've never quite understood like the difference between the phone game and the Vita game, so that's kind of interesting. Maybe I'll have to try that down the road, some other PS4 advertising. But looking very cool, got the cast there. And then finally, the most important part of this, and what probably sold a lot of people on buying this, is this. Okay, this is like little statues. We'll take a look here at the box. We have the main cast. Looking very cool. There's the bottom for you if you want to see it. Let's go ahead and pull this out and take a look. Try and do this gracefully without ripping the box. Sword Art Online was actually, the way I discovered it was on Funimation, and I wasn't planning on watching it really, but I was actually playing an MMO, and I kept hearing like discussions or topics of conversation that seemed like something that I find in guild chat, and it intrigued me. And I watched like one episode that was kind of cool, and I found the very next week it was like, oh, I want to watch that again. So I kept watching it, and it's really been one of my favorite newer animes. It's very popular if you haven't seen it. Okay, so here we go. Yep, this isn't like a Figma, this is like more of a statue, but very cool. Check out the detail and stuff. Let me go ahead and pull this out of the package. It does come with a nice little stand here. Now, one thing about the stand is blank. And if you're at a con, you know, if you find a blank bottom, a base is blank, that is kind of a warning flag. It could be a fake. Now, of course, this is official product, so I'm not really worried about being fake, but check him out. Let's see. Put the little feet in the holes. And there is swords, too, here. We'll go ahead and take a look at the swords. Oh, they're actually, one is bigger, one is smaller, so you know which foot goes in which one. That's cool. I love it when they do that. Okay, with a little bit of assembly, I got the beater himself, Kyoto, all put together, and it wasn't too tricky to figure out how to put together, but there was a few little things, tips I want to pass along to you. First off, taking a look at the figure is really a nice looking figure. Kyoto is basically a pretty understated, pretty average drawn anime figure, but the character itself is just so well written, and I love Sword Art Online. It's like one of my favorite characters of all time, but it's great that he's kind of like someone that everyone could relate to. He doesn't have like huge demon horns or anything weird. He's just an average guy who got stuck in a bad situation in an MMO, and just really slick art. Loving the style to it. The gray shirt, little pleat right there, very cool. The swords themselves, this is a little tricky that they actually come in two parts. The handle and the sword blade itself do come separate, and at first I really couldn't figure out why they would do that. I figured maybe they were just trying to add some fun of building it or something, but there was a reason, as these hands are very, very tight, so to actually get the sword in his hand, you have to disassemble the base from the sword and kind of stick it through the hole. And of course there is his two swords, and on the back here there's holes, so the correct sword holder will go into the correct spot, and that's of course the Hallucinatory and Dark Repulsive. So anyway, very, very cool looking figure. Check out the great detail. I'm definitely digging this. This is a really, really nice figure. The only thing I could say could be a little bit better would be if the bottom here, if the stand actually said like the name of the character, or Sword Art Online, or like Hollow Realization or something, you know, but it's okay being white. But I'm definitely digging that. It's a great sculpt. He's looking super duper cool. You can see it from his outfit. Hair looking really good, like little flakes of hair kind of pulling out a little bit. Definitely showing off his beater look, and I like the way his actual jacket's kind of like flowing in the wind. So just very, very cool. And let's go ahead and build the next one. Okay, I got Asuna all put together here. Of course, she is the female hero protagonist of the show, and she was a little simpler. The biggest trick I had about assembling this was there was actually an extra little piece here by the base. So I got an extra piece. So I was kind of thinking that that piece put into this piece somehow worked, but it was not working. But you can see this is absolutely a gorgeous sculpt for her. And the Figma always had a problem because they always like her hair kind of flowing, as you can see, like flowing in the wind, and the back of her little cape flowing too. There's no real articulation, but this is very soft plastic, so you can make it move a little bit. And of course her hair is not really bendable, but it is soft. Looking at the stand, you can see it's very cool. I like the way her leg is kind of like pushed up a little bit, so it's kind of a fun little action pose. We do have some real nice little details, a little silver on the belt, on the chest piece here. Her eyes look very realistic and nice. The hair is sculpted very nice, even like the little piece here in the back. You can see it's really a beautiful little anime figure. So these two, I'd say for the price of the game is normally $60, okay? If you collect figures like this, I'd say it's totally a purchase that is worth doing. These are actually really nice little statues, and definitely something to go and be perfect fitting into any kind of Sword Art Online or anime collection. And again, if you really haven't followed Sword Art Online, the anime, I recommend checking it out. It's a great love story, and that's what really sold me on, besides the fact that it deals with MMOs, my favorite genre of games, and it's anime, which I love anime. The fact that these two have such a great relationship, it really is heart-touching. Some of the action and what happens in the story, the different ways they communicate together and share time together, and basically just want to live life together. You know, it makes me feel almost a little misty-eyed. It's a very loving story. So anyway, if you're not into action or MMOs, if you're into like touching love stories, you may want to check out this anime anyway, okay? Alright guys, I want to thank you very much for checking out this unboxing of all these cool things in the Sword Art Online box. I'm very happy with this, and if you're a fan, I would say this is a must-buy if you can find one. The regular retail price you can check on Amazon. I think retail is like $150-ish or so. It's not the most expensive set in the world, but it does come with a lot of cool extras, including these two great figures. So anyway, friends, thank you very much for watching this video. I do have the 5,000 subscriber giveaway going on right now at the point of making this video. Be sure and check that video for all the details about the 5,000 sub giveaway, and you can say enter me in this video and you get your name in the hat for some cool prizes, including a Pokemon 20 and some other stuff. But be sure and check out that actual video for all the details, okay? Be sure and check out Tuxx Toys on Instagram and Twitter for previews of upcoming videos. Be sure and check out Tuxx Reviews, my alt review channel, and also be sure and check out Gamer Tuxx, my beta channel, okay? Alright friends, thank you very much for watching this video. I am definitely loving this set, soundtrack, game, and all. It is awesome, alright? We'll talk to you soon, friends.